Arsenal fans, brace yourself. Eberechi Eze is bringing hope, and this could change everything for Arsenal this season. I mean, if you look around at the Arsenal fan base, there is a lot of hope at the moment. I mean, it's probably only until the next dodgy VAR decision, but until then, let's talk Eze. I want to know what you think Eze brings to this Arsenal team, and I'm genuinely curious because everyone sees the game slightly different, and that's why football's so great. I think everyone can learn from each other. Everyone always has a slightly different insight, a slightly different way on how they see things. So I genuinely want to know what you think or hope Eberechi Eze brings to this Arsenal team. If I had to answer that question, I would just say, look, he's a great player. I mean, the simple answer is he's a great player. You're more likely to win football matches, therefore you're more likely to win trophies. But I want to put this on an individual basis. What kind of players do I expect to see improvements from with the introduction of Eberechi Eze into this Arsenal team? I think there's three main areas. I'm looking at Martin Ødegaard, and that might confuse you, but bear with me. Martin Ødegaard, the wingers, and the striker. I think Victor Gyökeres obviously gets an improvement playing with a player like Eze because he brings more assists. In the most simple form, Eberechi Eze will beat one or two players, give the ball to Victor Gyökeres in a dangerous area, and he's more likely to score. In terms of the wingers, I think he offers that threat more central. So where the players are usually understanding that most of Arsenal's play goes wide, so they're kind of packing out them areas, they will know there is now a threat on the inside, so they can't just put all their players on Bukayo Saka and Martinelli or Trossard on the wings because they know most of the play goes down that area. They're going to have more guys central to deal with the threat of Eze. And Ødegaard is the one I can see huge improvements coming from. I think a lot of Arsenal fans are writing off or miswriting the story of Martin Ødegaard. I'm hearing people say out, genuine Arsenal fans come out and say, well, Ødegaard hasn't been good for 2 seasons. And I'm just like, well, it's not true. Like, if you think Martin Ødegaard needs to improve on last season's form, look, I'm with you. I would totally agree with you. Even Ødegaard himself come out and said he needs to improve on last season. So there is an understanding that he needs to improve. But 2 seasons ago, people are trying to say that he was rubbish, and that's not what it was. Do you not remember how brilliant Martin Ødegaard was 2 seasons ago? Just look at his stats. What did he have? He had 11 goals and 12 assists. Those are comparable to the numbers that we're bringing Eberechi Eze in with. He comes in with 14 goals and 11 assists. So these two, at their very best, are 2 phenoms. Those numbers from central midfield are very, very impressive. That's why I think Martin Ødegaard can get back to his best, because he's not only playing with this player, but Eze will be pushing him to get back to his best. Because if not, then he just loses his place in this team, Ødegaard. If he doesn't step up to the numbers and level that everybody knows he's capable of, he's at risk of losing his position to the player that we've just brought in. So for that reason, I think you do see an improvement in Martin Ødegaard. And some people might say, yeah, well, Eze has better assists coming from a worse team. And I'd say, yeah, that's impressive, but that can also work 2 ways. Eze did get them assists in a worse team, but you also have to understand that Eze is the bright spark in that team, is the main guy in that team. So the majority of the play funnels through Eze. Most of the time when Crystal Palace are in a moment where they need something to happen, they understand Eze is the guy to make it happen. So they give him the ball. Therefore, if he's got the ball more, he's more able to make something happen. Again, look, I can't wait to see these guys play with each other. I think if you can have like a Rice or Zubimendi in that 6th position, and you can play Eze and Ødegaard, look, there's a bit of hope that Eberechi Eze might make the team today. And let me know your thoughts if you think this is going to happen. I mean, by the time you've watched this, the game might have already happened. I don't think Eberechi Eze is going to be in the bench. Now, I would love nothing more if Arsenal actually made that 12 o'clock deadline, which there seem to be a lot of doubts around because the paperwork, a lot of people are saying, or journalists are saying, wasn't finalised. But this is massive for Arsenal. Regardless on if he makes this game, the Leeds game, having Eze in that game against Liverpool is huge. It's so impressive. Look, the title race is going to be the most exciting title race for as long as I can remember. I think you've got 3 genuine teams who can win it, maybe 4. We saw an impressive performance from Chelsea yesterday. The only caveat to that is it was against West Ham. Most of the time, if you beat West Ham 5-1, then you have stamped your authority on the league and said, look, we ain't not coming to play about this season. We've just beat West Ham 5-1. But it's probably a little less glamorous after they've just come off a 3-0 defeat to Sunderland, who are newly promoted. But nevertheless, Chelsea have a good squad of players and they are capable of maybe being there for 6 months of the season. But as I'm watching them more and more, I don't think they're the finished article yet. But if you're looking at Man City and Liverpool, these are the teams you look at and think, right, these are proper teams. You look at Man City, again, a lot of people are writing them off, but Man City are a dangerous team. We've seen how Reinders has seemingly changed that Man City midfield. It'll be interesting to see how he gets on today against Tottenham. If that game's happened, let me know your thoughts on Reinders. Do you think he's the player that everyone's building him up to be? Because a lot of people are saying, oh my God, this guy might have just come in and he's already the best central midfielder in the Premier League. And I'm like, right, let's put the brakes on for a minute. There's some fantastic midfielders in the Prem. But he looks a good player. Liverpool, again, they play Monday. They've both got difficult fixtures, is what I'm trying to say. Tottenham are playing Man City, a notoriously difficult game for Pep and Man City. They always seem to lose against Tottenham, so we'll have to see how they get on that one. Again, if the results happened, let me know. Liverpool are going away to Tottenham. Liverpool are going away to Newcastle. Again, a very difficult fixture, a hostile place to go. So last week, Arsenal had the difficult fixture. This week is kind of switched around. Arsenal are playing Leeds. Man City are playing Tottenham. Newcastle are playing Liverpool. But we're going to get this throughout the season. It's always going to seem like, oh, this is a chance for Liverpool or Man City to drop points. And then next week, they'll be playing an easier game. I know there's no easy games in the Prem. But Arsenal are playing Leeds. I'm so excited for this game. I've shown or told you guys how excited I am to see Victor Gyökeres in that position. Everyone's had their say on yesterday's video, and it seems like basically everyone has said they expect Victor Gyökeres to score in this game. I'm the same. I think the most popular answer was actually for Victor Gyökeres to get a hat-trick today. So it'll be interesting to see how Gyökeres does get on. Will he get a hat-trick? Will he get 2 goals as I'm predicting? Or will he just get the one? Either way, let's get Victor Gyökeres up and scoring for that game against Liverpool. I would love to have a fit and fire in Victor Gyökeres for that game. And then you've got the option of playing Eberechi Eze. I mean, of course, as I get closer to the Liverpool game, I will do a full breakdown like I did for the Leeds game, like I did for the Man United game. I have daily Arsenal videos. Like I said, make sure you're subscribed with the bell on so you do not miss a video. Leeds today is going to be an interesting game. I think Leeds are a good side. We saw against Everton, they had the majority of the possession. They was pressing high. Now, like I said, they're coming to our place, so I don't expect them to do that. The thing that I thought was interesting when it comes to Leeds is they had 9 attempts from outside of the box. This is a team that likes to shoot. They had 21 shots to Everton's 7. And again, 9 from outside the box. That seems high. So what we need to make sure is Zubimendi, the 6, is usually the guy on the edge of the box shutting down them shots. It's something we've seen from Partey over the past couple of seasons. He doesn't allow teams to get set to get that shot away. Like I said, the game might have already happened by you watch this video, but that's something I'm looking at and saying I hope Arsenal are aware of this. I'm sure they are, because Mikel Arteta and the coaching staff are far more intelligent than I am, so I'm sure that's something that they've noticed and picked up on. But hopefully I come to you in tomorrow's video after a massive 3 points, and then we've got that fun build-up to the Liverpool game. There's nothing more exciting than going into one of these title-deciding games, and people might say it's 3 games in, but these are the 6-pointer games. You always hear that bandied about at some point in the season, but if you're playing a title rival, then those games are always 6 points game. They're absolutely huge. Let me know your thoughts on everything you've heard in this video. What are you expecting or hoping Eze to bring to this team? Thanks so much to everyone for watching and listening. Before you go, if you could do me the quick favor, just hit like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.